This week I've been sketching away in my Royal Talents Art Creations sketchbook. I thought, why not bring you all along on this little sketchbook journey. I've been really trying to sketchbook every day for each week, just something little, trying not to aim for anything perfect, just kind of getting different little sketches down, different items, trying to do still life, trying to do animals, learning how to draw water, hands, anatomy, just different aspects of everyday kind of things, whether that be physical or more fantasy related. My main goal of the year was to not put too much pressure on myself when it comes to my art and just focus on the drawing or the painting, whatever I feel like doing at the time, and not place any goal on how I want it to look or come out like. Just simply search for a random item or sketch old scenery photos from my phone and just kind of go more with the flow. This is something I have been working on a lot this year, and it has been slowly getting easier. I find myself in the mood to sketch more often, whereas last year I wouldn't even really want to look at my sketchbook at all, as I had placed so much pressure on myself of what I wanted each page to kind of look like, and I wanted each page to be perfect and have like the colour palette perfect, and it just took away the joy from actually creating any art in general, to where I just didn't even want to bother with the sketchbook or even bother doing any videos and art related things in general. But through just pushing through and reading up more enlightenment and awakening style books, a bit like Eckhart Tolle, and just trying to meditate and be a bit more open with just art that I create and things that I do on a daily basis, and just kind of sketching whatever I feel like on the day, and just learning to not care so much of what the final product comes out like or what art piece is going to be created, and not looking for perfection, as perfection in a sense is different for everyone, and even if we achieve what we ourselves think is perfect, the viewer may not agree or think it's perfect and may think a piece we think's terrible is a perfect piece. So really perfection is more of the viewer's view of it. So we all have a different sense of style, we all like different things, we all like different colours. That is what makes us humans. We all have different opinions, so what is perfect for thee may not be perfect for you. Hello everyone, it's me, Sirenu-Eve art, and for this week's video I am doing a bit more of like an art vlog kind of video, just showing you different bits that I've been doing in my sketchbook this week. But I just thought I'd quickly jump on and quickly show you some things that I got from a convention that we went to this weekend, just been on Saturday, we're in July now, but it'll have been Saturday the 28th of June. I took my little sister to a convention in Newcastle called SunnyCon, and it's basically like an anime convention, and I got a few little bits and bobs, and I just thought I'd show them. I know it's completely like random and cut off from art and art supplies and art stuff, but I just thought I'd show them anyway because I thought they were cool. So I got some traditional like Chinese hairpins from a place called, it was at SunnyCon as well, and her stall was called Tyan's Gifts. I've looked online as well at her website, and I think her business has been going for 6.5 years. They do like loads of different things. Sorry if I'm looking, I'm just looking at my iPad. But they like have like loads on their journey page and that. Like they did the Chinese New Year in the 2019. They did dragon and lion dancing, and then traditional Chinese dance. They do the calligraphy, and then like different local markets. But her website is like really nice. Hairpins, like all her hair products were just hairpins were so pretty, like unreal. But she was like, you might not fit like all your hair in, because I've got like a boatload of hair. I have used these, though. I used my dragon one that I'm going to show you now the other day, and I kind of just did half up, half down with a bun, and it did work. It took me a couple of attempts though. I did struggle. I had to watch a few videos, but that was the dragon one. Sorry that I can't get it to be unblurry, but it's like a silver dragon with like a little jade pendant-y type thing, and then I love it, and it's silver. It's just so pretty. It just I love it. It was so pretty. No, 2 for £12, sorry. It was 2 hairpins for £12, which I thought was brilliant. And then I got like a darker hairpin with some Chinese calligraphy on, and then a little flower and a little pendant. Just because I do like my darker colours. I'm a bit more, I'm a little bit alternative, so I do like some darker colours. I just thought they were so pretty. Like, just gorgeous. Like, I love them, I love them. But yes, I've wore this in my hair once. I have yet to put this one in my hair. But I was just like, they're so nice. Like, just, I love it. I know obviously it wouldn't be against your hair. It'd be like that, so you can see. I love it, I love it. They were so pretty. But yeah, so I definitely check out her website as well. So this was from a stall. I kept all their little cards in case people were interested. I'm such a bloody geek. In case people were interested, and I kept all their like little business cards. But these stickers were from Swirly Nicks. She also has Instagram. She has Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I got these from her. I treated myself to a little ghost sticker, little ghost watering plants. How cute. And then I got this death head moth sticker. They were so cute, the designs. I also got my mum one of these as a gift. I haven't got the keyring to show you, but I got a little whipper keyring because for those of you who have followed my channel for a long time, I did a sketchbook of when my little whipper unfortunately passed away. I did a little painting of her. We lost her summertime last year, and it was the family pet basically, and there was only 4 left, and they literally looked like her, like a whipper keyring, a little black whippet with a little white chest. And we got the last 4 on that Saturday, and I got myself one, my dad one, and then Thea got herself one. My little sister got herself one, and her mum one. So like we all had a keyring each. So me, my sister, mum and dad all got the same keyring, and that was from that place. Printed Katie, it's called. She has an Etsy and an Instagram. This one, I can't remember. I don't know whether I had a card for this person. This person's called foxleap.co.uk. They've got a Facebook, Instagram and Twitter under Sirenu-Eve's art, funnily enough. I think that says. And I remember having this game when on the Wii when I was a kid, and I think it was called Okami, and I just thought it was such a nice pin. It's like a wolf with like a little fire disc thing. It's got 2 badges, but yeah, I don't really wear pins, but I have like a pin like plaque thing that I can just put them on. Like I've got this one, I've got a couple of others, and I've got like the ivy leaf from Lord of the Rings and all kind of stuff, like the elves and that. I just thought it was really pretty, so I got that. I got 2 prints which I'll show you snippets of as well. So I got art print from Kate Maya White, funny enough, same surname, illustrator. She has a website, I believe, and I think she's got an Etsy, sorry, and she's got Instagram, I think. That's her. And then the other person I got a print from was of an Ohm, which is from Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, which is a Studio Ghibli film. It's one of my favourites. And she did a little print of the Ohm, and I've bought one of those. And hers she's an illustrator of anime, cartoon and video game art. She's got a Facebook, Twitter and an Instagram. It says Mr. Echo Angel. Sorry, I couldn't read that there. I'll have to put these on so you can actually read them. That's her little business card. The last thing I got was from Fanatic Pufferfish Illustration Art. They have an Etsy and YouTube, an Instagram, sorry. It's got a little pufferfish on. As I look so cute. That's her little businessy card. And the stickers I got from her were all ocean related. They're like a metallic, it's like a whale, which I thought was so cute. Sorry if the lighting's terrible. I don't have any like proper professional lighting. I just use natural. And then I got a hammerhead shark. I'm trying to show you it. And then I got octopus. How cute, how cute. Seahorse. Looks like a little seaweed. I was like, oh, so cute. And then I got a turtle. Turtle. And then I got a manta ray. How cute. So I got them stickers. I got bookmarks as well, but I can't remember what the people were called, so I do apologise. That'll be the one group that I can't mention the name of because I can't remember. Also from Swirly Nicks, I completely forgot. I got 3 stickers, and she also gave me a free bookmark with the Death Head moths on. Like, how cute was that? I love it. And then this is from other different store, the one that I don't have the name of, unfortunately. I can't remember. Oh no, wait, I could be pronouncing this wrong, but Crocus's Designs, I think that says. So it's like a blue dragon one I got. Like I say, I read like a ton and I'm a sucker for a bookmark. And then I got these, I don't know why this kind of give me like Van Gogh iris, his iris painting kind of vibe, even though these aren't irises, but it just reminded me of it. Oh, sorry. How pretty. And then the last one I got was just like a little yellow one with snakies on. So cute. But yeah, how cute. I love it, I love it. And that was my little haul of goodies that I got. But yes, I kept their business cards because I was like, oh, I might put them in the video, and sure. So they were the things that I got at SunnyCon Newcastle this year. I definitely spent up. I saved for it because I knew that I'd buy something. I also got this little soul eater charm for my phone. Excuse my case. My phone case is like really dirty. But it is off. It's a little soul eater. How cute! I love it. But yeah, it's basically just like loads of stores of like artists. I noticed there was Eggs Art as well was there. I noticed them. A couple of people that I've seen on YouTube before I noticed. But yeah, just really cool. And then obviously everyone was dressed up. They were all cosplaying, and the cosplays were really good. Though some people did really cool cosplays. And yeah, it was just a really fun vibe. There was 2 floors, and then there was like a floor with a breaks kind of room in it as well. It was a very warm day, though. I think it was 27 degrees that day, so it was very hot. It was just a fun time out. My little sister has autism, so it was a bit of a sensory overload for her, I think, at times, because people were a bit loud. She's a little bit like sensitive to noise, and obviously the heat as well. She was not a happy bunny with the heat. So yeah, that was the only thing. This week, as I find myself most weeks now, I sketch all the time, going through old photos. I decided to go with an old vintage doorway that we took when we went to Brandsmith Castle. It was a little gardeny kind of gate scene, and then I also did a little tree scene from High Force, which is a waterfall where we went to last year as well. Then some other sketches I did show at the end of this week's sketches in like a kind of miniature sketch tour at the end. If you just want to view that, I'll put the timestamps down below. I did some lemonade jugs and some lemon and lime slices, and then I did some doodles of some little cakes and some doodles of some reptiles and amphibians. I think I did 2 frogs and I did a crested gecko, and then I also did some sketches of a tiger, and then I attempted a bear, but the bear didn't turn out very well, and I kind of just left it mid-sketch because rather than frustrating myself trying to complete it, I was just like, I'm clearly not in the mood and it's clearly not working at this current moment in time, so we shall just leave it for another day rather than stressing over it. The sketch that I did of the bear ended up being a bit of a challenge. I couldn't get the nose right, and I was just really struggling on getting the proportions right from the angle of the nose to the right hand side eye, because obviously you couldn't fully see it. Kept making mistakes and then kept rubbing out the mistakes and then going over it, and kind of like the paper was getting a bit warped. I did end up finding myself getting a little frustrated while I was doing that sketch, and just to give myself kind of a bit more of a relaxing time, I said to myself, I had a minute and I was like, we'll give it 2 attempts, and if I can't get the angle or the position right and I can't seem to draw it, we'll kind of just leave it at that and I'll come back to it another day. So I give myself the 2 attempts. I ended up not being so annoyed, but I was getting frustrated the first time round, and I've decided to just kind of let it go. As with sketchbooks, that's what's really great about them. It's all about trial and error and just kind of sketching and trying different art mediums out and trying different techniques out and styles and just trying to kind of get a gist of how to draw certain things. They're basically just like journals but for your art. So the bear is an incomplete sketch and I just left it, and I will come back to it in another day. I'll probably come back to it next week. Since I got myself a bit wound up doing the bear, why don't we do something simple and just get some colouring pencils out and kind of just outline the tiger and just add a bit of pop of colour to it and just kind of have a chill, as it was getting later on in the evening when I was doing these. So I thought, why don't we just kind of wind down now and chill down. So what we've always got to remember is not every sketch and painting needs to be complete the same day. Sometimes we're just not in the right frame of mind, sometimes we're just not feeling it, or we're not feeling like creating that specific thing we've chose to draw or paint on or maybe on a separate day. And if we're not in the mood for it, and if you force yourself sometimes to create when you're not in the mood for it, you kind of just setting yourself up for a bit of failure or a bit of disappointment and lots of mistakes. So it's much rather to do things when you want to kind of do them, especially if you're in a time frame where you are allowed to just kind of willy-nilly draw these things or do them and there's no set time frame for yourself. Whether it's like creative, academic, career, hobby, personal, we're allowed to take time for ourselves and also allowed to take time on completing things. I find I'm much calmer when I'm not kind of pushing time frames on myself, no matter what aspect of life we're talking, whether it's creating art or just day-to-day things and chores that we all do or work related stuff. Once there's no time frame and pressure, the pressure kind of just falls off naturally. And it just kind of aids in a smoother sailing feel with projects. You get less stressed, you get less annoyed, you get less tired of it, and you end up having way more fun and end up liking the final product way more. That doesn't mean if you do leave it for another day, it doesn't mean that you've failed in any way. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get it complete. It just isn't going to be getting done today. Where when you push yourself into something you're not fully motivated to do, more mistakes will occur, and then once again you're not focused, the positive intention isn't there anymore because you just kind of want it done and out the way. I obviously, at the same time though, as artists, we all know whenever we're doing commissions or doing paid pieces, I completely understand that not in every aspect of life are we going to be able to not have time frames. So I completely understand that we have to sometimes, with life and work and art on hobbies, we sometimes do have a time frame, and you unfortunately do kind of have to find yourself pushing yourself to do things in a certain time frame. But when it's not needed, there is already so much time frame put on things in life. Why add it more to yourself when you finally have these moments of time where you don't actually have to put that pressure on yourself? So I would definitely, if anyone does struggle with things like that, if you find yourself creating art or doing any project pieces or just anything day to life, if it really does not need to be done in that day and you really do not feel like doing it that day, do not push yourself. We need to find that we are allowed to be easy on ourselves when we can be, and then leave the time frames for things where there is literally a physical time frame put on it. I feel like it'll make life so much easier for us all. Hopefully people agree. Finally, here is a little sketchbook tour of all the pages I did this week. I hope you all enjoyed this week's video. I would love to hear in the comments what you all have been creatively up to this week, or if you've just been chilling. I hope you've had a really nice relaxing week. Don't forget to give a like and a subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and I look forward to seeing you all in next week's video, guys. I hope you all enjoy and have a lovely weekend, and I hope everyone has a lovely time creating different art pieces. And I will see you in next week's video, guys. Bye.